Hello, right, I am out in my local woods today. I've come out looking for mushrooms and to do a little bit of woodland photography. I've already got 2 shots in the bag. When I got here it was really misty, so I managed to get this shot. In the last 10 minutes that mist has cleared and gone away. So now I'm gonna move on to my second thing I'm looking for, which is a mushroom on top of a tree stump. I'm trying to get, trying to do a glowing mushroom. Whether that works out or not, we'll find out in a minute. So let's get on with it.
So this is exactly the shot I'm looking for, or the type of mushroom I'm looking for. Obviously I'm going to do it, well not obviously, but I'm going to do it in a portrait orientation. I want to be looking up underneath the mushroom towards the cup, so that the light glows through the cup or the head of the mushroom and gives it that glow.
Don't know if you can hear that, but that is the sound of a Spitfire flying overhead. What an absolutely glorious noise. Beautiful. So we've got my Nikon Z5 set up here with the 40mm f2. I'm currently at about f13 on it, which gives me a 5-second shutter speed. Looking up under the mushroom here, which I am going to light with the light off my phone. Down like that through the head of the mushroom, so hopefully that'll give me the glow I need coming through underneath. Then what I'm going to do is focus stack from where the stem meets all the way along to the front here, and then incrementally along here until I get to a point where the lens won't focus anymore. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take one shot with my hand in front of the lens so that I know this is the beginning of a series of shots. Right, and then we're going to go into the menu, info menu, going to go back into the release mode, go down to number of shots, and we're going to do 4 shots in a row. Come on, focus. Right, focused. Going to hold the camera there, which hopefully won't be in the shot. Right, that's that done. So I think I can turn the torch off now. And what I'm going to do is start focus stacking for, well, obviously get the focus right, as much depth of focus as I can get. So start with that. Obviously first thing to do is go back in the menu and make sure we're not doing multiple shots. So you go back to 1, 5-second timer is okay. Right, I'm going to start at the back of the cup of the mushroom, just there. Do a shot there. Right, back on to the stem, just there. Then onto the front lip of the mushroom, just there. Then I'm going to come down to the base of the mushroom, because there's a little nut case thing there. So we try and get that in focus. There we go. Then come moving the focus point now back towards the camera all the time. Right, I think what's happened now is we've gone below. Alright, there we go. So anything beyond this point here, which I don't know if you can see, because it might be hidden behind the tripod leg, like here for example, is too close to the lens so it won't focus. Here is just at the point of the minimum focusing distance of the lens, so that's as far as we'll go that way. I think that will do nicely. So what we'll do is just finish off that series of shots by putting the hand in front of the lens, just so you know that that is a series of shots, and anything before or after that is just nothing to do with this, because when you get it into Lightroom or whatever app you use to edit, it can get really confusing. Just going to take the camera off the tripod and have a quick flick through what we've done and see if we're happy before we disturb stuff here, pack up and go. I think that I've got all the shots I need, so I'm going to go home, do some editing. Trouble is, you never know what you've got until you get it into Lightroom or whatever to do your editing, so this will either go really well or spectacularly badly. Let's go and find out. Before I went out to try and make a mushroom glow, I watched loads of tutorials on YouTube about how to do it. So I found the actual how to shoot the mushroom part pretty straightforward and not overly complicated. But what I did think people were doing, which was massively unnecessarily complicated, is the way that they were editing those images they took within Photoshop. Multiple layers and then masking out different parts of different layers, so only different parts of that layer, so only certain parts of that layer showed through on the final image. I thought that was overcomplicated and a bit unnecessary. So basically all I did was I took 4 shots of the mushroom illuminated and stacked those images within Affinity Photo. I then took 5 images that were focus like stacked, so the focus of the mushroom was deep enough that the front and rear of the mushroom are in focus, and then I focus merged those within Affinity Photo, exported the stacked image as a JPEG and the photo merged focus image as a JPEG, then re-imported both of those JPEGs back into Affinity Photo and stacked them again to produce a final image, exported that and then imported it back into Lightroom, and then did my final, what I'd call just minor edits like contrast, highlights, shadows. I did apply masking to the underside of the mushroom to do a bit of like highlight and contrast adjustments on that, and then I applied 2 linear gradients at an angle, one for the foreground and one for the trees in the background, to edit those separately, just to get the look I was after. That does sound like a long-winded way of doing it, but in reality it's very quick and easy. If you have a Nikon Z camera, you can do double exposures, and you could do all of this within the camera. So you can take one exposure and then take another exposure and merge them together. You can even do more than 2 exposures. You can do as many exposures as you want. You just tell the camera what to do. So you could literally do all of that within the camera, and it just produces one multiple exposure JPEG image for you to download and then do minor edits on. So don't be put off by all the complicated editing that the tutorials seem to have in them. This method that I used worked fine for me. Don't use too powerful a light when you're highlighting the mushroom is my only other tip, because it just is overpowering. The light on your phone is perfect for that. So just get out there and give it a go. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.